Hello, my lovelies. You see, I have like beautiful adornments here. Is a woman brought some plants for us to talk about native to Costa Rica, and it's called a achayote. This little pod here, and it has little red seeds in it, if you can see. I don't know. So achayote was used in tribal times to essentially, it's like warrior paint and it was meant to represent protection of Mother Earth, which I think is such a beautiful, as you can see, it's like extremely pigmented, and like you could use this as natural like lipstick, blush. Like, it makes me think like there's so many possibilities in terms of like not putting chemicals on your skin, like in terms of like makeup and stuff. But anyway, that's what that is, if you're wondering. But so it's our last day of this gathering with this group of people. As you guys know, I'm volunteering here, so I'm holding space at the fire. So there's going to be a week in between. The week after that is the full moon gathering, so more people from all over the world are going to come. And yeah, so honestly, today I woke up a little bit exhausted, tired. Walking all over the land has been intense. It's been beautiful to be able to like reconnect to nature and live a very natural, kind of life, and just to be immersed. Last night we had a huge downfall of rain, which was crazy because some people's tents got completely flooded out. Luckily, mine and Paloma's tent did not get wet. I was like, I'm asleep. But I did get bit in the eye by some kind of insect, and my eye was like this big this morning. And luckily, being surrounded by such beautiful women that have so much knowledge, this girl who's an herbalist, she picked this plant and she was like, this will help with your inflammation. So I rubbed it and I put it on my eye. I can't remember what the name of it was, but it's native to Costa Rica, and it helped. Now my eye does not look like I got stung by a bee anymore. Look at this lovely bead. Somebody, I don't know if you can see it. Somebody got this wood from the lands and made little beads, kind of meditating. I've been talking to a lot of the girls here about how they're feeling, all the women here, how they're feeling, how they're integrating a lot of these experiences, because it's not always easy to like step out of your comfort zone and live a very off-grid lifestyle. Like, so this is very second nature to a lot of people. It's second nature to me, but again, it's our responsibility to remember that lifestyle, that way of living, the way our ancestors lived, the way we lived without technology, without cars, like walking like several miles just to get to breakfast and dinner, and community, like actually talking face to face to people, talking about experiences, talking like just, and I think that has been the most beautiful part of this, is the connections I've made with many different women from all around the world, and just talking about our journeys, our lives, our things that we have to offer, to share, and it's been so wonderful. I started like a little phone book of just like wonderful connections, to make those connections is really, really powerful, like just pages of just like all these connections, because especially as a traveler and as somebody who, you know, is living kind of a nomadic lifestyle or is desiring that life, it's very special to have that kind of support system, and to know that there's women all around the world who are willing to, you know, share their lands with me, or opportunities. I've gotten so many different recommendations for farming projects that are happening all over the world that I'm, you know, it's such a blessing to have these connections. And I think that's been the most beautiful part of this. And spiritually, it has been very meditative, you know, being off of my phone and disconnected, like actually sitting with my thoughts, with my mind, and journaling and observing. You know, sometimes we don't take the time to always process things. We have to continue on with life, go to work, do whatever, you know. And it's very important to remember to process things and hold that space for yourself to be able to feel and to be able to honor your feelings and things that come up for you, maybe things that you haven't thought about in years. Like I was meditating by the fire, and as you guys know, like the fire represents a grandfather energy, and it brought up a lot of feelings about my grandparents, and they passed like kind of during COVID times, and they were very special to me, very close to me, and it just reminded me to sit with that energy of, to be able to sit with that energy of just being still and being calm and grounded and held. It's very important, and it's been such a beautiful lesson for me, and I have been praying like crazy. My manifestations for what I'm calling into my life, what I'm letting go of, and everything. And it's been such a wonderful experience, just kind of sitting with that and honoring that vision that I have for myself and where I see myself going, what I want to create in my life, and what it is that I want to honor. That's, you know, in my mind's eye, what's in my third eye of creation. And being around so many powerful women that have stepped into kind of their visions has been so inspiring to me. And yeah, so I just wanted to check in. How's everyone doing? How are you feeling? I know that I think this is going to be a really pivotal point in my YouTube channel in terms of what it is I'm putting out. And that is because I am stepping forth on a journey that aligns more with my spirituality, with my roots, with what it is I want to do as my work on this earth. And as many of you know, like, travel has been a big part of that journey, is finding myself, finding my truth, and remembering who it is that I am. And, you know, it did start out as something, you know, fun and like, you know, just Jamaica, right? And I know that I'm probably going to lose a lot of people, and I know that I'm also going to gain a lot of people. But this is me stepping into my truth and sharing my reality and my journey back to myself. And that's essentially what this channel is about, is coming back to myself, and it being a diary of remembering who I am and just my journey. And hopefully I can inspire some of you or other young women, men, everybody in between, that it's okay to listen to your heart and do what it is that you want to do, and to always trust yourself and to make those leaps of faith. Whether it means you got to go by yourself, you got to go by yourself. We can't always walk this journey alongside somebody, and because at the end of the day we only have ourselves, and we can only do so much with others. We have to walk this ourselves. So I guess I'm just here to remind you that, you know, don't second guess yourself. If you feel called to go somewhere, if you feel called to have an experience, go for it. Do it. Doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter anything. It doesn't matter if you don't have money. There's so many opportunities that open up when you open yourself up to life. I started solo traveling with $500 in my account when I was 19 years old. And I know that my heart continued to guide me no matter what. And there's always space for energetic exchange. There's always space for volunteer work. There's always space to exchange your energy to learn. And all it takes is just being open to life and trusting. And, you know, it is nice to have that safety of knowing that you have money if you need it to move forward. I don't know why I got on this topic, but I think just talking to more women around here that have just been nomadic for a long time without a job, they've been able to make it through, you know, travel the whole world. And it's inspiring. It's inspiring to see that there's people just following their heart without the systematic ways getting in the way, you know, and that's important. And that's an important part of remembering how our ancestors lived and carrying that torch for your lineage. And that's my journey that I'm on, is remembering where I come from and carrying that torch for my lineage. And yeah, so those are just my daily thoughts. Maybe you resonate, maybe you don't. If you don't, that's okay. If you do, lovely. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go dip in the water now. And I love you all so much. Subscribe to my channel to see more adventures. I'm on my way to Mexico soon. And like this video, comment, tell me where you want to go in the world. Tell me where's a place that you've always wanted to go but you've limited yourself. What are some limits that you have placed upon yourself to following your heart? Let's be vulnerable. Let's talk. Welcome to my channel. Let's be vulnerable. You know, let's express. I just wanted to bring that up. Maybe you haven't been vulnerable in a minute, and what better place to do it than with strangers on the internet? All right, I love you.